What's up, everybody? This is Gina Ifoe, the one and only African superstar. I do apologize for not being on schedule today. Today is, like I mentioned earlier, my big sister's birthday. So, unfortunately, time got away from me, and I took her out for a meal and all of that. But I'm here now. I want to talk about this topic. Big shout out to the African superstar family. Please make sure that you're on code when you get into the room. I see that Zoo and Shayna was here. So much love to Zoo and Shayna when they see the playback or whatnot. Tonight's topic, in keeping with my topics for the past several days, talking about the Ukraine-Russia situation and current events here in Ghana. And it's like a Hollywood script. It's just absolutely unbelievable how things are falling into sequence. I reported just this morning that the Minister of Foreign Affairs here in Ghana issued a warning out to the affected students that are refusing to be evacuated. They are currently on temporary visas in various other places in Europe, and some of them have said, hey, I'm just going to stay there. So today I want to talk about why are Africans desperate for Europe while foreigners are enjoying their homeland. Big shout outs to you guys. Hazel's in the building. Thank you for stopping by. If you are in the chat room, make sure to make your presence be known. I do apologize again for the delay. Like I said, today's my sister's birthday. As you can see, I'm all dressed up because we went out and I'm getting in. So it's a bit late here in Ghana. But thank God I'm international. Other time zones can appreciate this different time. I think that we need to put a focus on nationalism. I know that things may not particularly be the best here in Ghana for some people's perspective. However, it's not as bad as it could be. And the truth is, many countries experience difficult situations. Many countries experience leadership that they're not proud of. For instance, I had a long discussion with a good Cameroonian friend of mine earlier today. And, his position was that, oh, well, some of the Russians don't necessarily agree with what Putin has done. There's loads of Americans that don't agree with American leadership. America's notorious for getting involved militarily in many locations around the world. Certainly, those in Ukraine may not be in agreement with what is happening, in agreement with how their government has been handling things or how they've been entertaining NATO and blah, blah, blah. The fact of the matter is, charity begins in the home. That's something that my mom used to always say when we were growing up. And basically that means that the fundamental, beliefs and things like that, and your confidence and your identity and all of that stuff starts in the home. I don't think that we are making that initiative here in Ghana. It's definitely not. Because the perspective that so many Africans have about their nation is not true. It's not true because, look, the truth is you have foreigners coming here. People will say, oh, foreigners enjoy different benefits that we don't get. Okay, first and foremost, hold on. Stop the show. I actually have to say this on behalf of me and so many other diasporans, okay? The Ghanaian government has not provided me any particular perks for being here. Let me just go ahead and state that for the record, okay? I have had to go through the normal channels that any other traveler would have to go through to come here, okay? Purchasing visas, doing COVID tests. Once I got here, got settled, I had to do a residency permit, okay? Purchasing the Ghana card. I have not been supplemented in any way by the Ghanaian government to be here. Now, true enough, I earn foreign currency from my website and from my YouTube. Okay? But I had to set that up. I had to create and build that. Okay? The American government did not do that, nor did Ghana do that. I understand that here on the continent, what matters most is the green. Okay, so if you have money, you know, you're able to make moves. There's a lot of us more average earning, you know, type of diasporans that are here that we're not being supplemented by the government at all to be here. You know, we have to do money management. We have to figure out how to generate streams of income. You know, we're here as minorities. Technically, we don't have family here. We don't know everything. People act like, oh yeah, just because you're foreign and you're here in Ghana, you're getting special benefits. You're getting special privileges. Okay. I would say any special privileges that members of the diaspora would be getting would be relative to the fact that they have money, if they have money. You know, they may be able to finagle their way through and get things accomplished. Us, like I said, more average diasporans, we're not being supplemented. Okay. And what that means is we're in the same lands that an African, you know, a Ghanaian would feel like they don't want to return to in the middle of war. You know, so I believe that a lot of what our people are in, it's psychological. You know, that a love for their land has to be cultivated. Big shout outs to Emoja in the room. Guys, if you're here, make sure you like the chat. Again, I do apologize. This chat was originally scheduled for 6 p.m., but I had a day of unforeseen kind of things. And it's my sister's birthday, and I had to, you know, we had to go out. I already made a date to take her out. So I'm sorry. It's quite a bit late, like almost like 6 hours from my original time. Love and Niger, you know, she migrated from the US to Nigeria. She also prefaces no special privileges over this way. You know, that's the reality that many diasporians that are coming to the continent, it's said that, oh, foreigners get treated a special kind of way and foreigners get special benefits. But the truth is, I mean, if you're an average one, if you're not coming with, you know, millions and billions, if you're coming with millions and billions, I don't care where you are at, you're going to get special privileges. Hello. Okay, from the east to the west. If you have money, you get special privileges. If you're average, not so much. You know, now there's an inferred connotation that, oh, you're foreign, you got money. You know, that can be good and bad, because a lot of people assume you have money. They want to charge you more for your housing, you know, purchases, shopping. You know, people wouldn't want to come to your aid if you need stuff. They don't believe you, you know, so all this talk about, oh, you guys are foreigners, you don't know what it's like. Actually, you know, so I think that, you know, this whole notion of the Africans just clinging to the West in the middle of a war situation, it's really embarrassing. And it's not really true. You know, Ghana is not a desolate country. It's not a war-torn country. It's not a violent country, you know, that would make you say, I'm not going back there. Now, you know, earlier today, Love and Nija and I had a bit of a back and forth, you know, discussion about some of the things that are happening in Nigeria. I do recognize and acknowledge that Nigeria has, you know, challenging situations happening there. Perhaps some Nigerians would not want to go back, you know, maybe especially if they are, you know, avoiding someone or something like that. But Ghana is not in the same situation that Nigeria is. So to me, it just really doesn't make any sense. You know, what like the perspective. And again, I think charity starts in the home. We have to make a concerted effort for people that are here to love here. You know, big shout outs to those of you currently that grew up in the US. Okay. Who can recount some things that, you know, kind of got ingrained in you when you were growing up to be proud to be American? You know, the first thing that comes to mind is Independence Day. You know, they would have huge fireworks. They would always play a song, I'm proud to be an American, where at least I know I'm free. You know, they would, in my opinion, you know, propagate propaganda. You know, we had to say the Pledge of Allegiance to the American flag every day. You know, we had to learn the Constitution, the Bill of Rights. A lot of youth students would travel to the White House for field trips and go visit Martha's Vineyard and see where the first American president came. So all these things instill importance into, you know, the children. You know what I mean? So many of us grew up in America feeling, you know, wow, I'm in a great country. I'm in a powerful country. You know, our country has done so much stuff. And, you know, we were proud as probably as children before we got the reality as Black people. Oh, wait a minute. A lot of this stuff doesn't pertain to us. From what I see, there is no nationalism here at all on the continent. And I think that it is really terrible. And I think that's one of the first places that we start. Obviously, I'm a huge promoter of the continent. You know, everything that I do professionally promotes the continent. It's even in my name. You know, the name carefully chosen for me by friends, but it exemplifies something that's amazing. Okay, the African superstar. First of all, the means the one and only in so many words. Okay, there's, you know, I mean, a lot of you guys can be African superstars, but there's only one. Number 2, African. Holla. And number 3, superstar. Okay, larger than life, glitz and glam, shining lights. Okay, I use a lot of, you know, visual stuff. Obviously my logo, which is right behind me. For those of you that don't know, this is my logo. This is me and the star. I'm in body paint, you know, African traditional body paint. And, you know, that's a logo that is bold. You know, it's a Black person as a logo, a woman, you know, in African print. I thought a lot about the branding, you know, of the African superstar. When I make music videos, obviously, my current music videos, I live in Ghana. So my very first music video, Ghana Roll Call, I wear my branded clothing with Adinkra symbols. Okay, which Adinkra symbols are from Ghana. All right. My second music video, I wore kente. Kente is the cloth of the kings. You know what I mean? On my recent interview to the Denta show, I wore kente. I wore kente to my 10K party. I wore kente to celebrate New Year's. You see, I promote my homeland in frequent and unique ways, to the point that people that are watching me, you know, young people, I mean, those of you that have my nieces and nephews, big shout outs to the family. I'm Auntie Gina to so many nieces and nephews. My nieces and nephews are excited about the content because of Auntie Gina. You know, I make them excited about the content. And I mean, the continent. So this is where we start. There's no reason that our youth should be in the position that risking their lives and their personal safety to stay in a dangerous environment because they're worried about maybe working in Ghana. They don't want to come back and disappoint their families. They don't want to come back and not be able to travel. They're not even considering their immediate welfare with whatever they're worried about. We had a live stream last night where several people called in and offered their perspectives. We had several Africans call in and say, you know, hey, it could be family pressure. It could be documents related. It could be, you know, I'm not going to have a job in Ghana. You know, there's many things that we need to start cultivating at the root. Okay. The first thing is we need to turn this like zest for jobs into the innovation of entrepreneurship. Okay. Because first of all, Ghana, like many other African nations, are developing nations. Okay. If you promote your child to learn a trade, they can excel in this environment and others. If they are simply groomed for education and groomed for, you know, becoming an employee, they're limited. Okay. a lot of the fields that people even want their children to study in, you know, IT and finance and business, you know, those sectors are already strapped in terms of the creation of new jobs, you know. But here in Ghana, where, for instance, agriculture is booming, it's developing, so people are building structures, building properties, you know, that requires water to be, you know, water lines to be put in, electricity to put in, roads to be poured. You know, these are opportunities to, you know, help your child be sustainable for the rest of their life. You know, learning skills is internationally transferable. So that means if they're a plumber here in Ghana and one day they decide, I'm going to go to Germany or I want to go to China, you know, they're going to always have a necessary skill. Okay, the whole time I was growing up, my 38 years, all right, there's always been a need for plumbers. I've never heard about any plumbers getting laid off. Okay, I've never heard of any car mechanics getting laid off. I've never heard of any beauticians or nail techs getting laid off. You see what I'm saying? There are certain things that are a necessary evil that, I mean, it's very difficult for them to eliminate. A lot of, you know, handheld skills require the human negotiation to do. Okay, they can't send a machine in to go fix your plumbing. Okay, they need a person who has a skill, has the different tools. Maybe they try a couple methods. Okay, your sink is blocked. Okay, somebody put a toothbrush down there. Okay, it's a clog of hair. Okay, I tried this pipe, that wasn't it. I got to try this other pipe. My toilet's not flushing right. They can't send robots to do that stuff. Okay, they can't send robots to do this. You see what I'm saying? There's certain things that's going to have the human element, needs the human element. Okay, they can't send robots to be barbers. All the fellas out there, you've been getting your hair barbered since you were a baby boy. Okay, maybe you're now in your 30s, 40s, 50s, 60s. You've been going to barbers your entire life. Okay, even if you have natural hair, you're still going to trim up your mustache, your beard. You're still getting your eyebrows trimmed up or whatever, getting your nose hairs clipped. Hello, it's a skill. And it's so vital here on the continent. But right now, we're grooming our students to go to school, come out, look for a job, and guess what? There's no jobs. That's what they say. There's no jobs. Meanwhile, foreigners are coming in, buying lands, cultivating lands, building properties. They're importing cars, operating Bolt and Uber. You know, they're doing all this stuff. And it's like, man, opportunity is abundant. Why don't these people see it? Well, they don't see it because they're not groomed to see it. Okay, they're groomed to do bookwork. We have to change the way that our young people are thinking and functioning and what's being instilled in them. You know, first of all, they need to celebrate their home. You know, Ghana, for instance, it's a phenomenal place. Okay, not only does it have a rich history and culture, you know, it also is a beautiful and scenic place. You have mountains here, you have waterfalls here, you have beaches here. You know what I mean? I mean, if young people were seeing more of their nation, being instilled with that pride, you know, all the amazing Ghanaians that have gone out into the diaspora, all the things they have accomplished in terms of, you know, music and sportsmanship. And, you know, even recently, a few months ago, when that woman got glue stuck in her hair, it was a Ghanaian surgeon who came up with the treatment to get the glue out of her hair. You know, all these things, if our youth was learning it, they would have pride. You know, they would go out into the international community, and instead of being ashamed to be from Africa, they would be like, yeah, you know, my country is lit. My country is popping. You know, they would have the desire to return and bring their skill sets back if they even decided to go out in the first place. You know, if they were groomed to recognize what's right here in their backyard. You know, just imagine how amazing it would be, for instance, if you were groomed to be a farmer. All right. Let's say, your grandfather was a farmer, your daddy was a farmer. And then on your 18th or 21st birthday, your grandfather gives you 5 acres and says, hey, um, grandson, here's some land for you to start your farm. Or you've been learning mechanics, car mechanics, and they say, you know what, we've got you a garage, for your 21st birthday, so you can go ahead and open up your own garage, or music, let's do a music studio. Music is all the rave here in Ghana. I'm currently working on my album, and every time I record a song, it costs 500 CDs, and that's minimal. Some studios charge more, for the mixing, or if you get a beat, or if you have, other vocals and stuff like that. So these are the kind of things that will never go out of style, that can make you money for the rest of your life, and you don't have to be up under someone. And entrepreneurship is also freedom. Someone made a comment about that on my Facebook and said, Gina, I love you so much. Now that you're an entrepreneur, you are free. You're liberated. You say what you wanted to say. You don't have to hold back. And that's true. And that's another reason we're not groomed to be entrepreneurs, because as we work for someone else, there's all these stipulations about how we have to live. Okay. But I can guarantee you, as it was said, when Trump was in presidency, when he called Africa an S-hole, I can tell you right now, Africa is not an S-hole. Okay. If it was an irrefutable truth, that would mean that Ghana is uninhabitable, which means that foreigners also would not be coming here. And how is it possible that foreigners come here and live and the locals can't? How? And again, they're going to say, well, you guys get special privileges. You guys come with foreign currencies. Listen, that can only go so far. Let's be honest. All right. And there's been plenty of diasporans that have come with savings, and it's been liquidated. And guess what? They gotta turn back around and go home. So it's not like that. Okay. And like I said, the middle to average class diasporans, we're not getting any support from the government. Let me just say. Okay, they didn't give us any stipends when we moved in here. They didn't supplement our housing. They haven't fast-tracked our immigration. We're going through the process just like anybody else. And I would say if we put some energy to creating solutions to these complaints that we keep finding, because I can tell you definitively, you will always be a foreigner in a foreign land. There's nothing you can do, young African students, to be seen equal with your European counterparts, American counterparts, Canadian counterparts, Australian, your Asian. No. Even with money, they don't respect you. So you have the potential to live well in your homelands. Work can be done here, but work can be done anywhere. Work can be done anywhere. It's not sweet out there in the West like you think it is. And I know some of these people that are in Ukraine or were in Ukraine, they're getting a dose of racism. Who has time to be racist during war? White people. White people got time. They got time while they're evacuating to discriminate against you. And that just speaks to how they view you, and what they think about your people. And it's very embarrassing that, for you to come home, it's so petrifying to you that you rather stay in a war situation, with temporary accommodations. And if you think they're not going to be monitoring, oh yeah, we let so many people come in here from Ukraine, we issued temporary visas. You think they're not going to be monitoring that stuff? Get another thing coming. They will. They will. And when the time comes up, they'll be looking for you. That's going to be a whole nother problem. So that's what I'm talking about tonight, guys. I'm talking about why are Africans, just dying to go abroad and remain abroad when other people are enjoying their homelands. And the very sad thing is, is that if Ghanaians don't begin to start taking advantage of a lot of the opportunities in their nation, they're going to leave it wide open for people who are ready and willing to do that. And if that's foreigners, so be it. And there will be a repercussion for it, which means in 20 years, 25 years, 30 years, you will be struggling to find Ghanaian-run businesses. You'll be struggling to find Ghanaian farms. You'll be struggling to find, that generational wealth, because generational wealth has to go from generation to generation. So the new generation has to have an interest and appreciation in keeping that thing going. And as it stands, so many people are focused on the West. Take a little bit of time, guys. I got a news flash for you. Okay. You will work the majority of your life. Okay. It's better for you to put in the work and struggle for yourself and have something to show for it at the end of the road than put the work in and have nothing. Because that's the situation that so many employees find themselves in. There are people, migrants and stuff, that have worked 30, 40 years in the US, 30, 40 years in the UK. They get to the end of the road and they don't even have anything to show for it. Their pension money in those settings can't do much for them. They're on what they say a fixed income. Now they have retired. They haven't been able to do what they wanted to do their whole life. And now they're seniors and they can't even do what they want to do even then. You can struggle for yourself or you can struggle for someone else, because those are going to be your options. That's it. And I realize, okay, when you're a child, a young person and stuff, and maybe you don't have a concept of these things if obviously your family's not promoting you to be entrepreneurial and school is not. But at a certain point, you come to the conclusion, my only option to generate income is to either start my own thing or keep working for other people and dealing with all their stipulations. And I can't even be free. Okay. I can't even travel when I want. I can't wear what I want. I can't, And so for me, I feel like, okay, if I'm going to struggle in either model, you have the employee model and you have the entrepreneur model. The entrepreneur model comes with more benefits. So that's it. So that's what I wanted to talk about tonight. I wanted to, kind of offer up some solutions of what I think we can do to try to change this mindset. Because that's what it is. Because the reality is not what is being portrayed. If Ghana was uninhabitable, certainly foreigners would not be coming here. I can guarantee you that. Black Americans would not be coming here. Black British would not be coming here. Jamaicans would not be coming here. And a host of other foreigners that are coming here. If it was just like uninhabitable. What is damaging and affecting our people is their perspective. They don't think there's opportunity here. They don't think this country is good. They don't think what they do is good. How they're contributing is satisfactory. For those of us that live here, you talk to locals and they're just like, oh, this and that, moaning and groaning about this isn't good and our leadership and this and that and all the problems. And it's just like, do you not notice how many foreign people are coming here? Why are they coming here if this is the circumstance? And it's not like I'm new. I've now been living here for over a year. So it's like, yeah, Ghana has problems, but and so this is a serious initiative that I believe that we should really try to promote, which is instilling nationalism. You know, tell our kids all the amazing things that come from Ghana. You know, their favorite music stars, you know, chocolate, gold. Show them the kings. You know, tell them, hey, you know, there's no kings in America. We have kings. And you can actually go to Kumasi to see one. You know, there's no waterfalls in Columbus, Ohio, or South Carolina, or New York City. You know, but we have waterfalls here, and you can go to Boti and see them. You know, some people have to take an airplane to experience the beach and warm weather, but we're blessed with beaches all over our coast. You know, these are the kind of things that we express to the youth that get them hyped. You know, we have things in this country nobody else has. You know, and guys, the problems, you know, that you see, what are some ideas that you have? You know, youth are extremely imaginative, okay, before the world weighs on them and tries to compress them and tries to make them conform. You know, if we were actually harnessing all of that talent from our kids and saying, hey, look, we have an energy problem. What are some of your suggestions of how we could modernize our system? You know, what are some ideas that you have about this and that? You know, creating opportunities for our kids to showcase their creativity. You know, making a contest. Okay, who can come up with the best invention? You know, you'll get a $50 prize. Something like that. These things are incentives. You know, there's so many things that we could be doing. You know, having these prominent people come and visit us at school. I mean, I don't know. I didn't grow up here in Ghana, but I don't know. Does the Asante Hene show up in all his gold and his kente and visit the students? You know, because, I mean, I think that would be pretty lit to be in class and then King rolls up and comes and gives us some words of wisdom and, you know, things like that. You can take pictures with it. You know, these are the kind of things that get you hype. And we have so much here, you know, that we can be utilizing and tapping, you know, instead of setting our sights on other people's lands and other people's worlds and all that stuff and totally negating our own. So anyway, guys, these were my thoughts and opinions today on the topic. Again, please forgive me for the delay. Today's my sister's birthday, so I had to take her out. So I was a little delayed, and I was at the nail shop, and it was delayed. But my nails are so hot. Can y'all see them? Ugh, look at that. Look at that. My nail artist, he be taking his time, though. But they was hot. They was super, super hot. So big shout outs to Francis. So he did a really good job today. So, all right, family. Thank you for being here tonight. Please make sure that you like the stream. I forgot to remind all of y'all. So all 20 of y'all, hurry up and hit the like. Just hit the like real quick. Please don't deliberate. Just hit the like. Also, if you're not sub, please sub. We're growing the channel this year. So my goals are to get it back up to where it was. So I was up at 11K, you know. Certainly we can accomplish that this year. So let's do it. I can do it with the help and support of the African Superstar family, among other things. All right. So big shout outs to you guys. I love you. Please don't forget to support the music project. You can send Cash App, okay, Super Chats, PayPal. I would like to shoot the new music video within the next couple weeks, so y'all know what it is. I have a GoFundMe as well set up. So please do contribute generously to that cause so we can keep going. I know a lot of you guys like my songs, my music. So let's go ahead and, you know, keep promoting the continent via music. You know, keep encouraging our youth and showing them an intelligent, tasteful display of themselves. That's my goal. That's what I'm all committed to. Okay. So much love to all of you. Also, members only. Thank you for supporting this platform. I did post a new video for you yesterday on community tab. So don't miss that. Okay. Until we meet again, stay black and true. If you ain't black, just stay true.